Oh, hello.
Hi.
Oh, hi, everyone. Greetings to our new pub. We are not where we were before, as you might notice. We now have a fireplace behind us, not a grand piano. Upright piano. And we are in a top secret location in Anchorage. We're in Musician Witness Protection in Anchorage. And the reason for this, I didn't tell you this, is I'm from Fairbanks, and Fairbanksans are not really supposed to be in Anchorage.
So,
do you know that?
Yeah, I did know that.
There's a little bit of a rivalry between Fairbanks and Anchorage. And while I really enjoy Anchorage, my loyalties are to Fairbanks. And so we cannot reveal exactly where we are here in Anchorage in case any Fairbanks people try to come and extract me back to Fairbanks.
Smart.
But
that's very smart.
We're in a lovely house here, and we have high-speed internet, and that is the reason why we are able to broadcast again. And that's also the reason we are in Anchorage, because we're not having any luck finding a place to broadcast from in Fairbanks. So here we are. It's balmy here in Anchorage.
Yeah, it's like in the 50s.
Yeah. People from Fairbanks say that Anchorage is close to Alaska,
right?
Which is an insult, just so everybody knows.
Thank you for clarifying.
Anchorage is the big city of Alaska, a couple 100,000 people, and it's quite pleasant. There's good restaurants here and lovely neighborhoods. So we're glad to be here, truly.
Yes.
This is the CTARS session number 2. It is the 42nd virtual session, which is crazy, but it's CTARS number 2. And we have decided we are going to do 5 total CTARS in a row here, featuring footage from Alaska and common tunes at reasonable speeds. And then after we get done with that, we will revert to normal Mario's sort of style. But for now, Chris and I will lead these sessions, and we'll have special guests every week. This week we've got Séagda Coyle and Eugene Bender coming up. Which we're very excited about.
Their third appearance at Mario's, I think.
Their third appearance. I call them the engineering team of Mario's.
Yes.
Although only one of them is an engineer.
Oh, I thought they both were.
Well, I thought they both were too, but didn't...
I don't know.
Uh-oh.
That's what you told me, so...
Oh, okay. Well, we'll have to sort that out. I know that Eugene is an engineer.
Yes.
Shay seems like an engineer to me.
He does.
So we're just going to call them the engineering team. If you're new here, there might be some new people because, 1, it's been a few weeks since we saw you, and 2, we had a big news article come out yesterday, which we're going to talk about later. But if you are new here and you want to know what the heck is going on, as usual, you can go down in the description. There's some information down there. You can also go over to our website, which is tune.supply. There is no .com,
Nope.
And there's lots of stuff over there. It's hard to explain Tune Supply in 30 seconds, I noticed when I was doing the interview. But you can go over to the website and also to our Facebook page, and there's all sorts of stuff to learn over there. Make sure you're on our mailing list, because that's how we keep people updated when there's like no internet and we can't do anything. Well, I guess we need a little internet to send the email out. But not as much.
Much less than we need to do this.
So the mailing list link is down in the description as well. And lastly, this whole program, and indeed all of Tune Supply, runs on community contributions. Money. That's what I mean by contributions.
Thank you.
So if you find this useful or entertaining or silly or whatever it is that you if you like this, throw some money into the contribution jar, which is sitting on top of Chris's head, as usual. Yeah, it's touching your head today, just a little bit. Is it heavy?
Yeah, it is.
That is how we pay our guest leaders and any special guests we have. And during the CTARS sessions, we're taking our usual leader fee because we are leading. But when we go back to our normal session, the leader fee will obviously go to the leaders. And I think that's it for right now. I want to get started because I may have programmed too much stuff. So I have put myself on a talking restriction.
Okay.
Starting now.
Okay.
So we're going to play some tunes to get
did you want to show these first pictures first?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to tell them about the pictures. Okay, so these first 2 tunes, you may have noticed if you're on the Tune Supply mailing list that we are going to do a Halloween session coming up on the 29th of October. Now, in normal times, we do a Dress as a Tune session every year, and it is probably the most fun and creative night of the year. If you've been watching these sessions, you know that we are all a creative bunch, and the costumes get more amazing every single year.
Yes.
So the reason I mention this is because the first 2 tunes we're going to play, one of them is a costume that Chris and I jointly dressed up as for Halloween 2 years ago. Okay. And it also goes with our theme tonight, which is Cornucopia. And that was chosen by Shay and Eugene. Thank you. So we're going to share...
Can you explain what that means?
Do you know what it means?
Well, a cornucopia of tunes, meaning tunes that have fruits or veggies or harvest theme in the name.
Yes. I thought you were asking me if I knew what cornucopia means.
Oh, like what an actual cornucopia is?
Yeah, and I just looked up the definition. It's funny that you said that. Do you know what it means?
Well, I mean, isn't it that thing
Yeah.
that
It is
sits on the Thanksgiving table?
Yes. The technical definition is the horn of plenty.
Oh, yes, I've heard that.
The horn of
The
plenty.
horn of plenty, yeah.
The horn of plenty. Okay. Okay, so horn of plenty tunes tonight. Horn is good for the session too. So let's show them the pictures and see if they can figure out what we were dressed as. Okay, this is Chris. It's a 2-part costume,
Right,
remember?
so this is part 1 of the costume.
Yeah. Okay, and then we don't have a picture of me by myself, but here's both of us together, and you can see I have a fan. Anybody? Some people know. I'm just going to tell them so we can get going. We are dressed as the wind that shakes the barley.
Yes.
Joint costume. So we're going to start off here with these tunes, and also this is your, 5-week warning that we are having a dress as a tune session. It will be online, and I don't know how it's going to happen, but it's going to happen.
Yep.
So start getting our costumes ready for that. And we're going to start off with Sally Gardens. All of our tunes tonight are on the theme, actually. Sally Gardens and Wind That Shakes the Barley. And we will do these common tunes at a reasonable speed.
Great.
And 3 times. Go like medium speed.
Okay.
There was dissent about whether we were at a reasonable speed last time. Did you read those emails?
I did read the dissent, yeah.
So we're going to try to go down the middle, which is going to be hard, but we will try. So the first one starts like this. No?
Yep.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay, great. That's the first one. And the second one is... okay. Here we go. 2, 3, 4. been woohooing in a while because we haven't been playing any music. It's kind of nice. Okay, and if that was not the right speed for you, a couple things. One is all of these sessions get posted on our YouTube immediately after we finish. In fact, there is a playlist there that has all 42, well, it will be 42, of the sessions there, so you can go back and watch. And you can slow these down or speed them up. Can you speed them up?
I don't know.
You can actually at least slow them down if you click on the little wheel icon.
You can't speed it up in real time because
whoa,
then you'd be trying time traveling. You probably can speed it up after it's done.
But somebody should try and see what happens. Anyways, you can at least slow them down using the little wheel option. And I learned that you can slow them down in real time, which is pretty weird.
Very cool.
Afterwards, so you can make that a little slower if you need. Okay, so moving right along. I'm going to try to be brisk tonight.
Great.
Which I'm not very good at least during pandemic times.
Right.
We often do a little segment called the Report from the Field, which is when one of you all send us a video of whatever you want, showing what's happening around your house. You could be playing a song or singing playing a tune or singing a song.
Yeah.
And just as we were going to broadcast today, a report from the field came in, which is good because we didn't have one.
Yep.
And we're going to show it to you. But before we do, just be aware that you can send us reports from the field whenever you like. The email address is tunes@tune.supply. We especially like reports from the field involving animals.
Yeah.
Which this one is. Okay, and this is a really good one to get back into the hang of the reports from the field.
And it's right on theme, too.
Right on theme.
Okay.
Okay.
Make a caption that says all the limits. Oh my, Mom. Oh, I forgot to warn them, and they're walking right past it.
They won't be interested.
I hope.
Is that Henry?
No, that's not Henry.
Wow. That's great. The bears are back.
The bears are enjoying their harvest,
Yep.
Which was supposed to be Susanna Watson's harvest.
Yes.
And those are her kids in the background there. Those bears have made an appearance on this session numerous times, but they were tiny.
Yeah, now they're like medium-sized bears.
Yeah. So we really enjoyed that, Susanna. Yeah. And yes, please feel free to keep sending us. There's been a lot of bears on the Toon Spice session because Susanna's not the only one who sends the bears in. That is just great. I'm sorry for your loss of lettuce, but it looks like the bears had a good feast.
Yeah, I think the video footage is worth the loss of
losing the lettuce. Yeah. Great. Okay. One other CTARS thing before we get going. There is a spreadsheet where you can, a Google sheet. Spreadsheet's a scary word. A Google form. Google form where you can send us requests for tunes that you would like played at the CTARS sessions. Not too many people have sent in requests. Avocado sent in a request.
Yeah.
But only 7 other people have. So I'll put the link in the comments during the next segment. And if you would like to submit tunes that you want us to play or other people to play, you can do that. Okay, so as you may recall, we've been traveling around Alaska for these sessions. Mm-hmm. And I put the map up, but it's really light colored in the camera. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but there's Alaska right there. This is Canada over here. And we were in Fairbanks, which is kind of right in the middle. And for today's segment, we traveled to McCarthy, Alaska, which is hard to get to. You go down this road and into this green area here, which is the Wrangell St. Elias National Park and Preserve.
It's kind of like right in the middle of that green splotch there.
Yeah. And it's hard to get to.
Yes.
The Wrangell St. Elias is the second largest national park, and it contains, 8 of the 10 tallest mountains in Alaska, it's pretty cool. I only went to McCarthy in my mid-20s. I don't know why I didn't go there as a kid, but it's pretty spectacular place. I've been back there many, many times since then. And to get you started off, to give you the feel of where we're going to be playing, we're going to just show a couple of pictures from the drive into McCarthy. So we'll start going on pictures. Here is the first thing you come to when you start the road. Now think about the fact that by the time you see this sign, you will have already driven many, many hours, either from Fairbanks or Anchorage. Mm-hmm. And you get to this sign, drive at your own risk. watch out for loose railroad spikes. This road used to be a railroad bed, and it is 90 miles of dirt road. And it takes a long time to drive on it, and there's no services or gas or anything on the road. Okay, so continue on the road. There's two really cool old railroad bridges. One of them is not in use. That's this one, thankfully, because it is slowly falling down. Every time I go, it's falling down a little bit more. And there's another one that is used by the car, and this is actually taken from a pedestrian walkway that you're not supposed to get on.
Right.
We're not going to say how we got this
Definitely
picture.
didn't get on there at all.
No, this is from a drone.
Yeah.
It's from drone footage. Mm-hmm. But the cars drive up on the top of this bridge.
Same with it. That's drone footage.
It's drone footage. That's a robot right there, looking down into a very, very deep gulch below. This is Avocado in his or her car seat, safely tucked for the drive in my bag. And this is a picture from last year, but it shows the difficulty of getting to McCarthy. Once you get to the end of the 90-mile dirt road, you are not there yet. You park your car and you get all your stuff out, and you walk for another mile or so across two more bridges, footbridges, and through the woods on this little footpath here. This is me loading into a gig last summer with my mom. And when you get there, you come to McCarthy Town, which looks like you are in the gold rush to this day. It's pretty amazing. I should say the copper rush, because it's copper mining that is around this area. My favorite thing about McCarthy, well, there's many, but probably the main one is there are lots and lots of dogs. It is run by dogs, and it has a famous dog culture. This is a little guy I met last summer, and then we have a little video of Kimmy, who is the current mayor of McCarthy. Yeah. So here's Kimmy. Kimmy is a sled dog, obviously. Well, not anymore.
A retired sled dog.
I think Neil said that didn't she go to sled dog school and she was not good at it? She was just like, this isn't my thing.
Right, that's right.
So now she runs the town of McCarthy. And prior to Kimmy being there, my favorite dog ever in the whole world, Dynamite, was the mayor of McCarthy. Yeah. Fortunately, Dynamite has passed away, but Kimmy has taken over the mantle.
Yes.
So with all of that, we are going to show you our first clip of tunes from McCarthy. This is filmed in a house partway up the road to Kennecott, and I will explain a little bit more about what that is in the video. Hi there, Marios. Hi. We have moved locations again. We are currently in McCarthy, Alaska, which is really hard to get to. McCarthy is one of my favorite places in Alaska, and I have so many, but this is a really special town that was kind of left behind by time, I guess would be a good way to describe it. It was one of the biggest cities in Alaska, along with Kennecott, which is just up the road, during the copper mining era. And now it's, I don't actually know what the year-round population is, but it's small.
I think I read like under 50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be a lot, I think, actually.
Yeah.
And during the summer, there's often a lot of tourists here, but this year there's not, and it's mostly locals, and it's a place full of dogs and characters and old fascinating things. It's just great. So we are in a building actually that I've never been in McCarthy. It is the former home of a guy named Tony Zacks. And I unfortunately never got to meet Tony, but we were just reading up about him on the walls. There's all sorts of cool stuff in here, and this is his picture. He was born in 1915 in Pennsylvania, came up to Alaska in 1940 to work in the coal mines around Palmer, and stayed here for the rest of his life and became a beloved and longtime resident of both Fairbanks, where I'm from, and McCarthy, where we are now. And on the plaque it says that the poetry of Robert Service was what brought him up here, and we had some poetry from Robert Service on the session earlier. So we're a little cold, so we're going to play slow stuff to get started, and we were thinking of doing Down by the Sally Gardens first, and then going into a nice calm version of the Kerfunken. Last time we attempted to go into the Kerfunken, I went into Rolling Waves.
Yep.
So we're not going to do that. If I do that, just keep on going with Kerfunken, and I'll switch over. Okay, so Sally Gardens first. 1, 2, 3. that did not warm me up,
No,
but it was
still
really, but it was really nice. And we're going to continue on our McCarthy journey now and head up the road. We can see the road, but you can't. There's a dirt road that's even worse than the road coming in, actually.
Yep.
That goes up to the Kennecott Mine, which is a spectacular location, and we will see you up there for some more tunes. That was not really meant to go on, but I like that you included it.
Yeah.
That was really cute.
Yeah. We played the right tune. That was good.
That was good that we played the right tune.
Yeah.
The time when we almost didn't was for the reindeer.
Right.
But I don't think the reindeer cared
No,
much
they
about
don't
it. Okay, so that was Tony's Axe, and there were a lot of really cool things in Tony's Axe. So we took a few pictures. We're just going to show 4. There were so many more, but there were just 4 that were pretty great. Here is the outside of the building with his name on it. And this was in the window. I'll let you read it. I'm just going to read it, actually. It's so good. ESP Club, exciting, sexy, and Polish.
That's great.
My name is Polish, so
Excellent.
I can identify with that.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, this is a big doll sheep that was on the wall, and that is, man, those are some abundant horns.
I just noticed the eagle on top of the doll sheep.
Oh, yeah.
That's great.
That's not a life-size eagle, by
Right.
the way. Okay, and this is a really cool poem. I'm not going to read it because I would have to get really close to the mic to read it, but you should read it. It really struck me when I was in Tony's Axe. And we want to thank Neil for setting all this up for us as well, because he got us the key to get into Tony's Axe.
Yes.
And he kept saying, you got to go over to Tony's Axe and check that out. And I was thinking, I don't know a business called Tony's Axe.
Right.
I've been here many times. I didn't know there was an axe seller here and that he had a cool business. And we went over there and it was Tony Zach's. So thanks to Neil for setting that up. We'll talk more about Neil later. He's one of my favorite people in McCarthy.
Yeah.
Okay, so we mentioned that there was a really exciting thing that happened, which was that Tunes Apply and the Mary O's virtual session were featured on ABC News in New York City.
Yep.
And the interview will also be in the back of New York City taxi cabs for a few weeks.
On that really annoying TV channel
On
that
the
plays.
really annoying TV that you always click off. You might want to keep it on because you might actually be on the screen if you were in Moo number 4, because Moo number 4 was featured. And this is what the front screen of the video looks like on the internet. We put the little arrow in there, but that is what it looks like for anybody who goes over to the article.
Yeah, features great Easter eggs like TJ eating fries in the back of a New York City cab.
Yep.
And scones, Mary O scones make an appearance.
Yes, and tons of Mario's folks, as well as the Yanks are on
Yanks.
there, and
Classic.
footage from the session. So pretty cool. And I'll put the link to the actual article in there as well, so you can go check it out. And congratulations to all of us for making it onto the news.
Yes.
It's pretty cool. Avocado's probably on there somewhere.
Probably.
I didn't even look, but it probably is.
Yeah.
Okay, and the other thing I was going to say real quick before we go to our guests is the last time we did a CTARS, we did a contest. Now, Chris is secretly cringing. I can just feel the cringe from right here. Because he said to me, are you going to do the complicated version of the contest? And I said, yes, we're going to do the complicated version of the contest. So I'm going to explain it briefly right now, and then you can get ready, and we're going to do it in a little bit. So I love all the products that are produced here in Alaska, and I like to share them with people. And some of them are really weird, but that makes me like them even more. And so the one I've selected as the prize for today is, I don't know if you can see it, but this is kelp pickles. These are not kelp flavored pickles. They are pickles made out of bull kelp, and they are extremely good. And I'm not even saying that because I love Alaska and seaweed and all sorts of things. They are actually good. And they look, I know it's really hard to see, but they're the rings of the big fat kelps that you see on the beach.
They're actually really delicious.
Yeah, you had them.
Yeah.
So that's from Barnacle Foods. Now, don't worry, we're not sponsored by anybody. We bought this with our own money, and we are just doing the contest because it's fun. and silly.
In fact, I just read that YouTube now requires you to disclose if you have product placement, and we do not.
This is not product placement. I bought this, and I'm going to give it to the winner of the contest. So the contest actually has two parts. The first part is that we will be selecting the judge. Okay, that's the first part of the contest. And the second part is the judge gets to select the winner.
So if you want to win the prize, then you should not compete for the judgeship, probably.
Well, that maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know, but maybe you want to be the judge.
Yeah.
So you can decide how you want to do this, and you do have to have access to the chat in order to put your entry into the chat, because that's how we're going to do the judging. Yep. We'll do the judging of the first part, and one of you will judge the second part, and it requires no trad music knowledge. It's solely a battle of creativity and wit.
Yes.
So get out those things, and while you are getting those things out of the closet, we're going to go over to Shay and Eugene for our first guest set of the night.
Hello, all you tune suppliers out there in internet land. This is Eugene Bender and Shay Coyle back for another evening of tunes in the Common Tunes at Reasonable Speeds tune series. Very glad to be back. It's always a lot of fun to share some tunes with you guys. We were tasked with coming up with a theme for our tunes tonight, and Shay came up with a great idea of having some sort of vegetal, crop, plant, fruit, unilateral theme for this tunes tonight in advance of the upcoming autumnal harvest season. So we're going to be playing tunes with all of those things in the title. The first set we're going to do is a set of reels. We're going to do bag of Spuds, vegetable, rolling in the ryegrass, plant, and the blackberry blossom, fruit, for those of you guys keeping score at home. A regular cornucopia of tunes. Imagine that.
Oh. All right, folks, we'll do the first one twice and then the last two 3 times. 1, 2, 3, 4.
That was great. And Shay and Eugene will be back in a little bit. Now, they did choose the theme for us this evening, but unfortunately, they did not make us extra video. I loved when Eugene made the video about his old recording equipment.
Yeah, that was cool.
So we'll have to have them make a video of some random topic next time, because that was one of my favorite things that happened on the session. You can go back and watch that after this. Okay, so we have changed into our Toon Supply shirts in case anybody didn't come to the last CTARS where we revealed the Toon Supply shirts. And we actually sold out of the first batch and ordered some more. And those ones just arrived at my mom's house up in Fairbanks, and she is managing the shirt orders for us now, because I will take responsibility for sending someone the wrong size shirt. And we figured out who it is. It was Richard and Melinda Halford, who I sent the wrong shirt to. Yeah. And so my mom, who's more careful than I am, and my nephew, Landon, are going to take care of shirt orders. But because all the shirts are up in Alaska, we only have our same colored shirts that we had last time. So this is the unisex red color, and that's the unisex black color. And there's a new couple new shirts, and my mom just sent me some pictures of them. We can't show you in person because they are in Fairbanks, but here's some of the shirts that just arrived. The green color is new, and also there's a women's V-neck that is new. Here's the tank tops. And okay, this is the new green color for the unisex because it was in high demand. And that's the V-neck women's shirt. We're switching over to this model of the women's shirt because the first model was like, we knew it ran small and we put a little notice, but it's like two sizes
really
too small.
At least.
For everyone. Yeah. It's not that you've gained the COVID-15, although you may have gained that too, but they're really small. So we're just going to switch entirely over to a different women's shirt, so hopefully we don't have problems with the sizing. That being said, if you did have a problem with the size of your shirt, tell me and we will replace it or return it or whatever, because I don't want you to have paid for something that you can't wear. Right. So just send me a message and we will get that taken care of. The other cool thing is that we just got holographic stickers. Because why not?
Because they were on sale.
They were on sale. So we got holographic stickers. This is not like an effect. That's a picture my mom took with her camera. So I will put those up on the website tonight.
Those are in limited quantities.
Yes,
right?
There's only 50 of them. Yeah. They're just for fun. So we'll throw those up on the store as well. The store is store.toon.supply if you want to go over and purchase t-shirts, coasters, stickers. Here's the coasters, and we got regular stickers as well. And I do like sending merchandise to people, but keep in mind also that you can buy mini performances for yourself or as gifts from the people on the Toon Supply roster, 60 amazing musicians and dancers and singers, and that's really what Toon Supply is about. Not so much selling t-shirts, although we're happy to do that, but we are
we never intended to get into the t-shirt business.
No, we were not. We are the goal of Toon Supply is to support musicians, so you can do that by purchasing a little custom personalized performance. It's recorded. Don't worry, you don't have to actually be there on Zoom or anything. Right. Over at the store as well, and there's learning materials and kids learning materials, all sorts of good stuff over there. Last thing before we play is the Irish Arts Center in Manhattan is continuing all of their online classes. We've done this is the third semester now, actually, and I was terrified at first that it wouldn't work, and it works great, actually. So the new semester is starting next week on Monday.
Yeah. And
you need to sign up now if you want to, because some of the classes, including mine, are nearly at capacity. My classes are on Tuesday night. I teach levels 2, 4, and 6 of fiddle, but there's tons of other folks teaching tons of other things, including James Cleveland, who's one of our Toon Supply artists as well. And that's James right there with James scribbled on him. It doesn't really look like that on the website. This is just showing you where to go so you can sign up for those classes. Okay, they start on Monday, so don't delay.
Great.
Tunes. Well, Kim Harris said, you better play Harvest Home because of the theme. And she was seeing into the future because we did select Harvest Home for this set of hornpipes. The 3 tunes are Harvest Home, Cronins, which I guess actually doesn't have anything to do with the theme, and Boys of Bluehill, which sounds kind of agricultural.
Well, there's Bluehill Farm in Terrytown.
Great place to eat if you have a lot of money. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, you can also visit Bluehill for free, and there's lots of great animals there.
Not the restaurant, but the farm.
The restaurant
Unfortunately,
is
I don't think you
not
can go
free.
to the restaurant for free.
But the animals are free.
Yes.
You can go visit them. Okay, so we'll do these 3 hornpipes 2 times each, and I'm going to go on the calm side of the tempo. Does Avocado need to go sit in his dancing spot?
Sure, I think people like that. Yeah.
Avocado is wearing a boutonniere of baby broccoli.
Yep.
Just for the record. Okay, so we'll start with Hover's Tome, which goes like this. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. was slightly faster than I
That got
intended.
a little quick.
Slightly
unreasonable speed.
It was getting to be on a reasonable speed, but thankfully you have YouTube to slow us down after we're done here. Chris and I were saying, while we were practicing, we pulled up the instruments and started playing and realized that we hadn't actually played anything in weeks besides these little snippets. And so we're a little out of practice, or at least I am. I think I'm sounding a little crunchy today. Got to get it smoothed out.
Right.
So sorry, that was slightly faster than I intended.
We got through it.
We got through it, and it sounded great. And Mimi, I just was reading in the comments as we were playing there, just reminded me of a cool thing that happened one time. Mimi and I were walking to our Broadway theater after a lesson, and there was a woman in front of the stage door in the line for, what is that called?
The rush ticket line?
The rush ticket line. Yeah. And she was playing mandolin just on her own in the line, and so we both had our instruments, so we stopped and got the instruments out and we played some of those hornpipes with her in the line. And it was just such a cool moment to remember, especially knowing now that there is no show and no line and no tunes in real life. So I'm really glad that happened. And hello to Mimi. We miss you very much. Okay, so it's time for the first part of the contest.
Okay.
Yeah. So let me just review how this is going to work. This is a battle of wits. You don't have to know anything about trad music or anything in particular. You just got to use your creative brain here. And you're going to have to answer in the chat to enter the contest. For this first part of the contest, the prize for this part is to be the judge of the part that comes later. So please only enter if you're going to stick around. And Chris and I are going to be the judges of the judgeship during this next little segment. So I'm going to tell you the question now, and then you'll have until the end of the next segment, which is the mill building, you'll see it in just a second, to enter into the contest. Okay, I haven't told Chris what the contest is yet. This is a hard one, I have to say.
Maybe we should make it a little more complicated next time.
Great, I'm good at that.
Okay,
we can do that. Okay, so you might have seen in the news that possible life was discovered on Venus.
Yes, I did see that.
Which is really exciting, I think. It could be not exciting, I don't know, but yeah. It's probably exciting. So possible life has been discovered on Venus. Now, this is probably not like a big alien like you see in the movies. It's like a little microbe.
Slime mold or something.
Yeah. Oh, a slime mold probably would do well on Venus, actually, because it's 800 degrees and melts metal and all that sort of stuff on Venus. So we probably can't visit this creature. But what the question is, if life is discovered on Venus and you're the scientist who got to discover it, what would you name the new life form? Like what is the animal? What is the species? What is the name of the thing that's going to be discovered on Venus? And please, there's really no guidelines on this beyond that. So you can go as crazy as you want. You can make it funny or scientific or whatever you want. Okay.
So put your answer in the chat.
Yes.
Over the next few minutes here while we do this segment. And then we will pick the winner of the judgeship. The winner of the judgeship. Okay. So moving along, keep thinking there and writing your answers in there. This next clip is from the mill building at Kennecott, which is located, McCarthy's kind of here, and then there's a road that goes about 4 miles up, a dirt road, used to be a railroad again. And when you get to the top, you come to a very organized set of red buildings, which is where the Kennecott mine headquarters were, and also the mill building itself, which processed the tons and tons of ore from 3 mines that were up on top of the mountain. So we have a few pictures from the mill building area first, because I'm going to tell you we kind of almost ran off the mill building, and I'll tell you about that. But this is the mill building from the glacier side. Just spectacular scene. And here it is from the bridge going towards the mill building. Now you can see that some of the buildings have fallen down. Now the Park Service is renovating these buildings now, but not all of them can be saved at this point. We have a few more, right? Let's see here. Oh, yeah, here's another one that's looking down from below. And this is actually looking from up at the Kennecott Glacier Lodge, which is one of the buildings that got turned into a very fancy hotel. And you can sit out on the deck and have a glass of wine. Okay, now here's me performing on the bridge to the mill. Turns out you're not really supposed to
do this in a national park, and this is technically a national park, so I had to play a really quick tune. I wanted to play a tune for you all to play along with, but I basically had to play as fast as I could, as short as I could, to get the footage in before the Park Service came, and I don't know what would have happened, but something. They probably would have given us a ticket or something. I'm not sure. But this is not a tune to play along with. This is just one for fun. So while you're not playing, you can put your answers in for the contest. The tunes are, the first one is called Luca at the Beehive, which I wrote for my nephew, and the second one is called The Moving Cloud, and they go by really fast.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. And we escaped without getting caught by the National Park Service. Now we're going to get caught because we're talking about it online.
Now we broadcast contraband footage.
Contraband footage. So yeah, that's the mill building. And during normal non-coronavirus times, you can actually go in the mill building now legally with the Park Service on a tour and walk through that entire thing. That's new as of the last couple of years, and I've done it. And it's the most amazing thing about McCarthy is that they got all this stuff to this location. I mean, even now in 2020, it's really hard to get there. Yeah. And all of the machinery is huge, and the buildings are huge. It's just incredible. So, okay, we have picked the winner of the judgeship.
Yes.
And do you want to announce the winner?
Sure.
Okay.
So the winner of the judgeship is Rogan with the submission Roganism.
Roganism, which is
great.
Really subtle. But
excellent.
Great.
Well done. Very creative.
Not organism, but Roganism.
Roganism, yeah.
Amazing. Okay, so Rogan, you are the judge of the second part of the contest, which is not going to be right now. Everybody settle down for a little bit. We have a little bit more to do, and then we'll have the second part of the contest shortly. Okay, now we have the food segment. Oh,
the phone's ringing.
We live in a house right now that has an actual phone.
Yes.
Like it's on the wall over there. Yeah. I haven't seen a phone in a long time. Anyway, so ignore that. It's probably the National Park Service calling to arrest us. Yeah. Okay, so the theme today is Cornucopia, Horn of Plenty, as we discussed.
Right.
And we were just at the store the other day, and there were two fruits in the fruit section that I should say, one I've tried, and the one that I hadn't tried, and I don't like not knowing all of the fruits in the world.
Right.
I've gone out of my way to learn about fruits that are uncommon, because growing up in Fairbanks, actually, we didn't have a lot of produce year round.
Right.
Especially in the winter, we didn't get a lot of fresh produce. So here's the 2 fruits that I've selected for us to try. These are called kiwi berries. Okay, they just look like a little green thing here. But this is the amazing part, and I don't really know how they do this, but they're tiny, tiny kiwis. Is that amazing?
Yeah.
And they taste like kiwis, so we're going to have those first.
Yeah.
We've already tried these.
They're
so
delicious.
we're just going to have a feel.
Yeah.
I mean, if anybody knows, like, is this a genetic thing that humans created, or is it like, is this the original kiwi?
Also, you don't have to peel them like you do kiwis. It's amazing. You just
eat them.
pop the whole thing in your mouth.
Incredible. Okay, great. So those are great. We highly recommend them. This thing I've never seen before. Okay, so this is called a jujube.
I always thought it was jujube.
Jujube?
But I could be wrong.
Jujube or jujube, I don't know. Perhaps somebody knows. They look like tiny apples. We have not tried them for real. We're trying them on the screen. I have prepared some slices. They look like apples. Okay, ready?
Yeah. Oh, kind of like a pear.
It's like a cross between a pear and like a sponge.
Oh, I thought it was all right.
No, they're good.
Yeah.
They're kind of like, they're not very flavorful.
Yeah.
But they're good.
They're good.
They're kind of, yeah.
I'll have some more.
So I read that these have some really good vitamins in them.
Oh, good.
Which is good. I also read that in some cultures they pickle them.
Oh, that would be good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or use them for cooking or other things like that. But they're pretty good raw. Okay, so if anybody knows about jujubes, put it in the comments because we're interested. My favorite weird fruit that I ever encountered was in Florida. My mom and I went down to go swimming with manatees, actually, a couple of years ago. And there was a fruit stand there where they sold tons of fruit that I had never seen before, which made me angry and excited at the same time.
Right.
And my favorite one that we had there was called black sapote. Have you encountered this?
No.
It tastes like chocolate. It's like kind of melon shaped, and it's completely black. It looks moldy and rotten, and it tastes like chocolate. Incredible. And also, I hope everybody knows about magic berries. I just wanted to mention magic berries.
Magic berries are cool.
Yeah.
Is that actually a fruit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a berry.
Okay.
It's this rare berry. It's very perishable, so you can get it, or you could get it shipped like overnight mail to you. I don't know if you can do this now, but you eat one of these. This is a real thing. It's not like a drug or anything. It sounds like I'm talking about drugs, but it's an actual berry, and it makes everything you taste after that sweet. It's really strange. I got some for the Come From Away band one time. You try them.
Yeah.
Like you can drink vinegar and it tastes sweet.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
Yeah, it's totally bizarre.
I kind of actually don't like it.
What's that?
I kind of don't like that.
I mean, it's messing with your brain somehow. I don't know. But anyways, if you ever encounter magic berries, you should give them a shot. They're pretty fun.
Yep.
Not any drugs. I just want to say again, just real berries. Okay.
So I see somebody in the comments, Dave, has said the jujube is also called a Chinese date when it's dried.
Oh, dried.
Yeah.
That would be good dried. Probably like
Chinese
concentrate the sugars.
Yeah. Huh.
Well,
cool.
Learn something.
They're delicious.
They're delicious. Okay, so we're gonna have some tunes now on the glacier, which is there's so many cool things to do in McCarthy, but the glacier is fairly easily accessible. You can walk a couple miles out a trail and then just climb right onto the glacier. Mm-hmm. And if you are really excited about glaciers, you can go and do crazier things. But if you just have your tennis shoes on, you can actually get on the side of the glacier pretty easily.
That's all we had, just our boots.
Yep. So the glacier is the Root Glacier. I'm going to show some quick pictures. This is Chris with his accordion on his front.
Oh, yes, my accordion and my bear spray and my backpack on my back. Full of all the camera stuff.
Yes, and that's the glacier behind him. The right side, obviously, you can notice is the glacier from the white, but the left side is also a glacier. That's glacier covered in rock.
Yep.
So it looks like the moon, actually. Here's a picture that Diane at my violin shop should probably not look at. That's my violin sitting on the glacier, getting ready to perform. This is actually a picture from a few years ago. I took a bunch of Irish musician friends out to McCarthy, and that is Dan Lowry. You might not recognize him. He is doing some ice climbing out farther in the glacier.
Yeah.
And that's me going down what I call a raging hole of death, which is where the water digs down into the ice and creates these terrifying caverns. And the sound down there is really probably the scariest part. If you drop down there, you would not be seen until all the glaciers melt, probably, which is probably soon. But yeah, that's me looking down to my potential death there. And this is our ice climbing guide going into an ice cave. And the coolest thing to me about this is there are rocks frozen into the ceiling there. Yeah. And they have been there for who knows how long, thousands of years, if not tens of thousands of years. Yeah. And they're about to be released. And you got to be careful when you're going in there because they like to fall out of the ceiling.
I'm sure they look like they're about to fall.
So all of this is really cool stuff you can do at the Root Glacier.
Yeah. And if you hike your instruments out there,
you can play tunes. Or you can sit in your living room and you can play tunes with us on the glacier, which is what we're going to do right now. Have fun. Hi, Marios folks. Okay, we have gotten ourselves onto a giant piece of ice. It's known as the Root Glacier. This is the site of some excellent expeditions I have been on to go climbing on this glacier and going down into what I call raging holes of death, where you just climb down into a... Oh, you might have heard that some rocks just fell. I don't know if you can hear it, but that's a sound of the glacier kind of moving along, which it is moving very slowly as we sit here. But yes, there's lots of cool ice climbing to be done and adventuring. Here, there's an ice fall behind us that's really giant. I don't think people actually climb on that because it would be dangerous, I think. But this is a great location, and we thought the only fitting tune to play would be, obviously, The Pretty Girl Milking Her Cow.
Naturally.
What else would you play when you're sitting on a glacier? So let's do that. Okay, so this is in the key of E minor. And maybe we'll play it through 2 times AABB. Okay, here we go. Maybe a glacial cow will come by while we're doing this.
Oh, that would be nice.
And, well, we just had a super glacier dog come by.
Yep.
Maybe we can show some pictures of the glacier dog. And, of course, Avocado has made the trip out and is really enjoying the glacier. So we'll put him or her right there. Here we go. Hi, Marios folks. Okay, we have gotten ourselves onto a giant piece of ice. It's known as the Root Glacier. This is the site of some excellent expeditions I have been on to go climbing on this glacier and going down into what I call raging holes of death, where you just climb down into a... Oh, you might have heard that some rocks just fell. I don't know if you can hear it, but that's a sound of the glacier kind of moving along, which it is moving very slowly as we sit here. But yes, there's lots of cool ice climbing to be done and adventuring. Here, there's an ice fall behind us that's really giant. I don't think people actually climb on that because it would be dangerous, I think. But this is a great location, and we thought the only fitting tune to play would be, obviously, The Pretty Girl Milking Her Cow.
Naturally.
What else would you play when you're sitting on a glacier? So let's do that. Okay, so this is in the key of E minor. And maybe we'll play it through 2 times AABB. Okay, here we go. Maybe a glacial cow will come by while we're doing this.
Oh, that would be nice.
And, well, we just had a super glacier dog come by.
Yep.
Maybe we can show some pictures of the glacier dog. And, of course, Avocado has made the trip out and is really enjoying the glacier. So we'll put him or her right there. Here we go. I heard it, yeah. There's lots of things that live on the ice. There's glacier worms. Yeah. And there's glacial algae we learned about. Glacial moss balls. Yeah. Yes, there's life out here for sure, and there's some human life coming, so we better stop. Okay, see you at the next location.
Bye. We're back.
Okay, so I need to award Chris with a King of the Internet crown, which I just made for him out of some tinfoil, because he somehow amazingly fixed that stream right in the middle of who knows what was going on there. Here's your crown.
As it turns out, we looked into this, and some people were saying in the chat, I guess YouTube is having global problems. So if we go away again, sorry.
Yeah, so maybe it's not the Alaska Internet. I just said a whole bunch of bad things about the Alaska Internet.
Right.
Maybe it's YouTube. But if we go away, we may or may not come back. But it's okay. This makes it really important to be on the mailing list, because we will keep you updated if we go away again through the mailing list. So make sure you're on the mailing list. Whew, okay, so now we're going to go really late because we had a little delay there, but I'm glad that some people seems to have stuck around.
And
And the chat during the shutdown was actually brilliant.
Yeah.
People were showcasing their wit.
I wasn't watching it because I was fixing the
No.
internet.
Chris's face is red right now. I don't know if you can see because his brain was working so hard to fix the problem. And he did. Excellent. Okay. So I'm really glad we came back right at this spot because the next thing that happens is the poem, and we couldn't have gone away without Mimi doing her poem.
Right.
So here we go. Over.
Hey everyone in Mario's Land and Toon Supply Planet. So happy to be back. I confess I did not read my emails in time to make a properly horrible poem. This is a quick, on-the-fly horrible poem. Roses are red, violets are blue. We are so happy to be back with you, Caitlin and Chris, Eugene and Shay, and everybody out there in the interwebs. Hope you're all doing great, keeping safe. If you can chip into the box, please do. That would be super. And hope you're wearing your masks and keeping your distance. Vote, okay? Vote this early and often. And eat your kibble. Bye.
At first I was like, what is she holding? That is
Amos wearing a mask.
Amos wearing a mask.
Yes.
Of course. And we second Mimi's sentiment at the end. Please vote. And,
Please vote.
well, you may not be able to vote just yet, but make sure you're registered to vote.
Yes.
Because a big election is coming up. You might have heard.
Uh-huh.
Maybe, I don't know. Okay, so as Mimi mentioned, this whole thing is run on contributions and Chris's brain. So
I'm holding up that.
so throw a few bucks in there if you can.
Yes.
And of course, we pay all of our guest leaders as well a normal wage, a normal gig wage.
Here's the tip box.
The tip
You can
box.
imagine your money going in there. That's
Yes.
what it looks like at the Real Mario's.
Yes,
Along with a lovely pint of Guinness.
And a lovely Kevin Crawford.
Yeah, and Mimi.
And Mimi. A lovely Mimi, I should say.
Yes.
Yes, okay. And then we're going to have the rest of the contest happening. I hope Rogan is still here. Rogan, maybe identify yourself in the comments
Yes,
just to make
please
sure,
do.
because if we don't have a judge, then we can't continue the contest.
Then we will have to judge.
I don't want to judge. I want Rogan to judge. I think she's going to be a good judge. While Rogan is telling us that she is here, next week we are continuing with more CTARS. Next week is CTARS number 3. We're just doing once a week on Thursdays, 8 p.m. for now.
Mm-hmm.
And next week we have the Chicago contingent coming on, Isaac Alderson, Marta Cook, and Devin Shepard. And I'm really excited because now I'm a little scared to do this because of what just happened on the internet, but we're going to attempt to play trad music bingo in real time.
Yep.
Hopefully the internet will cooperate with us, but I just want to show you what the prize is for trad music bingo because I'm really excited about
yes, this is good.
Okay, so we went out to Chicken, Alaska, which is a real place.
Yep.
Actually, my family has some history in Chicken, Alaska, and one of the things that Chicken and the whole area is known for is gold mining, actual gold nuggets.
Yep.
And we were sitting in the Chicken Saloon having a few drinks, and we got to talking with the bartender, who's also the owner, and he showed us how to gold pan out in a gold panning area that he just has outside of the bar, of course. Yep. We're going to show you that footage on the next CTARS. But then here's what we found. You can't see it, but it's not real gold. It's fool's gold. That's what we found in the pan. But he donated a real gold nugget to us to give as a prize for the bingo. Now it's small because if it was any bigger than this, it would be worth a lot of money. It's worth some money. It's right here. You can't really see it, but it's a real gold nugget from Chicken, Alaska, and that is going to be the prize for Trad Music Bingo. So in order for you to get your bingo board, you have to be on the mailing list because I'm going to send you the bingo board for you to print out. Okay, so make sure you're on the mailing list. It's down in the description of this video. So that's for next week. Okay, here's the second half of the contest. Did Rogan say she's here?
She is here.
Okay, great.
Yep.
So here's the second half of the contest. Rogan is going to be the judge, and you have until the end of the next segment that's coming up, which is another Glacier segment, to tell us your submissions.
And this segment is pretty short, so...
It's pretty short, so you have to think on your feet.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the contest. If you were to discover a new dinosaur, a new type of dinosaur, what would the name of the new type of dinosaur be? Again, this can be silly or scientific, whatever you want. Okay, got it? So while you're thinking about that, we're going to go and do one more little Glacier thing. This is, again, not something that you need to play along with. That gives you time to go and do your contest. This is a tune that I actually wrote for Mimi called 5 Flights. And I was reminded of 5 Flights, but because of the big ice fall that's behind me in the video. So here we go. It's hard to tap your foot on a glacier.
Indeed, it is hard to tap your foot on a glacier.
It's hard to tap your foot on a glacier because it keeps moving around.
Yep.
Okay, that was pretty short. So I'll talk for just a second more, and then Rogan, whenever you're ready, whenever you feel it,
yes,
tell us who your winner is, and we will award them the prize. I'll show you the prize again. So if you're enjoying this music out in wild places in Alaska, Chris and I are actually going to do a whole concert of this sort of stuff and some of our own stuff, not a session, an actual performance, this Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern.
Yep.
And it's called Concerts for No One. Is that what I called it? Yeah. Concerts for No One. When we were out in all these bush places, we just got the camera out and played for no one. Usually, sometimes people would show up and then they'd be offended that we said that we were playing concert for no one.
Right.
But we'll be showing all that footage on Sunday. Now that's over on my YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/Katiana. I'll put that into the comments. But we have a poster.
Yeah, we do have a poster.
We have there's two of these. There's going to be chapter 1, which is there, and chapter 2, and again that's on the mailing list as well. So we hope to see you on Sunday. Okay, so let's see. Has Rogan alerted us to?
No, not yet.
Okay. Keep going. Next, okay. Well, maybe we should play a set, and Rogan can just tell us whenever she's ready. Okay, great. So Rogan, take your time with deciding. We're going to play a set of tunes here, and hopefully you can join in from home. These are some more tunes on the topic of the night, which is Cornucopia.
Right.
First one is called The Rambling Pitchfork. The second one is Saddle the Pony. And the last one is our current favorite tune, Miller's Maggot, which we play all the time.
All the time.
Okay. Let me just make sure I'm still in tune because somehow a fire has started.
Oh.
Wow.
How lovely.
That's amazing. If only you could start a fire with a button. All right. First one's in D. Second one is in G. Third one is in G. And we'll just do these each 2 times at a nice slow pace. Okay. 3, 4. calmed down now after the internet disaster.
Yes.
I'm also really hot
It's kind
because
of hot.
there's
Maybe I'll turn
a
this
fire
off.
behind us.
This is great. There's a remote. You just turn it off.
Yeah, this place we're staying, this is like, you can turn the fire on and off with a button. I was thinking about if I had told my grandmother,
Yeah.
who lived in Tokalaska,
Yeah.
that she could turn her fire on with a button.
Yeah.
I don't even know what
Yeah.
I don't even know what would have happened. Okay, great. So has Rogan announced? I haven't even been looking.
I didn't see an announcement.
Okay. Well, she can have as much time as she wants.
Right.
People can keep submitting names here.
Oh, right, the mic. Yeah. Sorry.
Oh no. Can they hear us
I
now?
forgot to turn it up. Yeah. Now it's back.
Oh, great. Okay. So we're going to watch for Rogan. You watch for Rogan and I'll keep talking because I'm good at that.
Yep.
Okay, so Mary O's is still open. Though this is the virtual Mary O's. Mary is still open in the East Village. And we are up in Alaska, but I was talking to Mary the other day and she said it's rough.
Yeah.
It's rough.
It's tough.
And so if you are in New York and you have the ability to go down and say hi to Mary, give her a virtual hug, buy some shepherd's pie or a Guinness to go. Are they still doing to go in New York?
I think so.
To go alcohol. Please do that. Mary also does mail order scones, which some of you have taken advantage of. And if you'd like to get some mail order scones, you can just go over to her website, which is maryos.company.site. And it looks like this. If you go over, you'll see the amazing scone. There you go. Yep. And she can ship them anywhere in the country. Okay.
So
anything
I think
from Rogan?
Rogan has announced
Okay,
the
do
winner.
you wanna-
We should do another drum roll
Oh,
here.
yeah? Okay, good.
Probably. This one.
I thought
Oh,
that one
was
had
it.
more.
Yeah, that's the end.
Okay, that's the end.
So
Okay.
let's see. The winner is Laura with yet another Saurus.
Yet another Saurus.
That's good.
I like that because there are a lot of Sauruses.
Excellent.
Great. Okay, so Laura, you are the winner of some kelp pickles made out of Alaskan kelp, and we will need your address, so please send it over to tunes@tune.supply, and we will get these in the mail to you, and you will have to give us a review. Maybe
Yeah.
send us a video of you eating your first one.
That would be a good report from the field.
That would be a great report from the field. Okay, so we've got a few more snippets to go. One new place, which is the Kennecott River Lodge. But before we do that, we're just going to show you a few last pictures from the town of McCarthy and environs. We did do a concert in McCarthy, and this is the view that we had the whole time we were doing the concert. It was socially distanced, as you can see. And unfortunately, the footage was not good enough to throw online, so we don't have any footage from that. But it was a great concert. Here is a old car. Do you remember the type?
It's a Model A or something. I'm not sure.
This car actually runs, and
Yep.
Neil, who owns the hotel there, takes it out sometimes for drives around town. And what else here? Oh, okay. I'm not gonna read this, but you should come back later and read the latter paragraph, the second paragraph there, because it's an account from a woman about dating in McCarthy and Kennecott during the Copper era, and it's pretty great. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep on going. I won't read that to you. You're reading it right now. This is Avocado getting ready to go to a hike on the glacier. And these are some pictures from a previous trip. I just want to show you. There's 3 mines that are up on the mountain. This is the hardest one to get to. You have to know the secret route to get to it, and it's probably one of the hardest hikes that I've ever done in my life. Erie Mine. That's the bunkhouse, and you can see there's no more windows. The window there looks out onto basically a sheer cliff going down to the glacier. It'd be what a view. The stuff in the mine is exactly as it was left. You can see there's a newspaper here referencing Hitler. And that's just sitting there in the main room of the bunkhouse. And this is a little hard to see, but that little building there on the edge, about 2/3 of the way up that knife edge, that is the mine that you could see me sitting in there. Yep. I have no idea how they built a building there, and there was a tram, and they took the ore down. Getting all the wood
up, that must be crazy.
I don't know. I don't know. It's crazy. Anyways, and that was the glacier down below, so just a really incredible place.
Yeah. Somebody said that's a Model A Ford.
Oh, Model A Ford.
Yeah.
I don't know my old cars very well. Yeah. Okay, so we've got one more place to visit today, and that is the Kennecott River Lodge. The owner, Brad, was kind enough to invite us over to play some tunes on his deck, he called it. And it was, you'll see it in just a second. You have the glaciers in the background and Kennecott across the way, and it's just spectacular. So here you go. Okay, hello Mario's session, folks. We've moved locations once again. Today we are across the bridge from where we were yesterday. So the way that McCarthy and Kennecott work is you drive many hours, first of all, from Anchorage or Fairbanks. And then you get to a dirt road, which is 60 miles long, and you drive on that for a few hours, depending on how the road is.
2 to 3 hours.
2 to 3 hours or so, something like that. And then you get to the end of the road, which is not where the town is, actually. You then have to cross on foot 2 more bridges and walk a ways to get to the town of McCarthy, which is over there. You can't really see it from here. And then if you take a shuttle ride or your bike, or you can walk about 4 miles up another road, which used to be a railroad bed, to the town of Kennecott, which is where we were yesterday. That's where the big red mill building is. You can just see it in the distance there. And then over here we have the Kennecott and Root Glaciers, which we played a tune on yesterday, and the Stairway Icefall, which we just learned is the 2nd largest icefall in the world.
Incredible.
Crazy. So we are over here at Kennecott River Lodge, and you can't see it in the picture, but there's a bunch of beautiful little cabins that have this view, which you can just see out your front window. It's incredible. And we're going to play a few tunes here, so you can play along. These 2 are, let's see, what are the keys? First one's in like D-ish.
D, but it starts in A.
D, but it starts in A, and then the second one is a Mario's classic. They're both kind of Mario's classics, but the second one is the Spotted Dog. We're playing this because McCarthy is famous for its dog culture, and there was a dog right over here just a moment ago, a big Bernese mountain dog, who has been, now he's put inside his cabin. But we're going to play that in honor of all the McCarthy dogs. So 2 times each on these, nice and slow. And I'll just remind you how they go in case you have forgotten. First one is, and then the second one is, yeah. Do you remember these?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
We'll see.
Okay, 3, 4. one audience member today. Brad is sitting here behind the camera. Usually we have no audience members, which is great. And now you all can say that you played with a glacier.
Great.
Amazing. Okay, see you at the next place.
Bye.
Woo!
That was fun.
Yeah. Nice calm speed.
Yep.
It's very good. Okay, so we have some community pictures relating to the theme. Not too many today, which is good since we're going late because internet gremlins and
YouTube.
Whatever else is going on, Russians, who knows what's going on. But just a few community pictures, and you were the one to put them in the file, so maybe you should introduce them because I haven't actually seen them yet.
Luckily, I labeled them all. First, we have Angela Botzer, of course, with a lovely submission from her kitchen counter. Bob Beamer sent this in. Maybe you should explain this. Actually.
So Bob sent this to me, and this is not on the topic for today, but it is entitled "Cheers Bears," which is how we cheers in Alaska. And he found this picture of a bear and added the hoodoo beer glass to the bear's hand, which I thought was very clever.
Very good. Bonnie sent this in, some blackberries from her garden. Very nice. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Okay, so along the theme of animals stealing the lettuce and other food, Kurt sent this in and said this was all the squirrels left behind.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
A couple of little sprigs. Well, okay, this is from Nora. This is a giant zucchini from her church garden in Massachusetts.
That's huge.
A lemon for scale there. Okay, Puck sent this in, and I believe Puck is in Italy right now.
How did she escape to Italy?
I'm not sure how she's there, but it seems like a good place to be. Yeah. And she said that the market was closed, but here's a beautiful picture from Italy instead.
That doesn't even look real.
No.
It's so pretty.
Yeah. Rogan sent this in. This is, she went to the pumpkin patch with her friend Robert, and this is a picture of them discussing the finer points of pumpkins. And let's see, TJ sent this in from New Jersey, Linden, New Jersey.
Whoa.
Farms View farm stand. Some lovely peppers.
Oh my gosh, those don't look real either.
And let's see. Oh, one more. This is from Chip.
Yes.
Avocado's friend Chip.
Avocado's friend Chip said that, is Chip a he?
I don't know.
He or she was sitting outside with the Buddha, cooling off after a day in which they did nothing. It sounds like a great time.
Yeah. So that was all the community pictures, unless we missed some.
I hope we didn't, but we could have. Yeah. And Avocado says hello. Obviously, Avocado is wearing his or her boutonniere of baby broccoli for the theme today.
It's getting a little wilty.
It is getting a little cheap. We might have to eat it. Yeah. Okay, and we are working on creating an annotated list of all the sessions that happen, so you can go back and search. Some people have asked where certain things are, and we don't even know because we don't have a list. So we're working on that. It's a big project, so hopefully it will be done by next week, but we'll see.
Yep.
Okay, I know you've all been sticking around for one thing, and that is to see Shay and Eugene play again.
Yes.
And it has been a long time since we saw them, so we're going to go over now to their second set of tunes.
All right, folks, we're going to continue on now with a set of jigs. We're going to do the rose in the heather, the hole in the hedge, and behind the haystack. So we're going to do, and this time we're not going to lie about how many times we're going to do them. We're going to do the first and second one 3 times, and the last one twice. Right. 1, 2, 3.
That was great. I got lost in the tunes there and I forgot what I'm supposed to be talking about.
I don't know.
But I was getting hungry, so I'm just going to eat avocados boutonniere, I think.
Great.
So I think the last thing we're going to do here before we have 2 more sets of tunes is just show you the upcoming schedule. I won't talk too much about it because there's a lot of things on it, but this schedule is available over on Tune Supply's Facebook page and of course in the mailing list. And we should put it online. Or on the website.
We'll put it on the website too.
Put it on the website too.
Here it is. So virtual session CTARS number 2, that's right now. And we talked about coming up Sunday, Concert for No One on Caitlin's channel, and various other CTARS and concerts coming up. So you have all those to look forward to.
You can keep talking because I'm shooting up the boutonniere.
Do you have anything to say, Caitlin? Or?
No.
Okay, great. So what's next? You have the notes, so I don't know what's next.
I should just mention we're doing, there's one thing on there that's called Trad Stars Mini Concert. So 2 weeks from tonight, we are going to have it's going to be a concert, but it's happening at the same time as the session. And the idea is for those of you who are on the faster, more advanced side and might be getting a little bored with us playing a lot of slow tunes, which is understandable. We're going to have a bunch of our past session leaders and guests. 25 so far have signed on. I think there might be a few more. Playing a mini concert. I say mini because it's not going to be the 3+ hour epics that we have produced in the past, but it will probably be approaching 2 hours.
It'll be a concert of reasonable length.
Yes, a concert of reasonable length. And we've got a whole bunch of amazing folks signed on already. Jerry O'Connor just signed on, which is really exciting. And
Colin
Farrell and his brother and
Killian.
All sorts of people. So just be aware of that. It will be at the regular session time, though. Okay, so we have one more recorded clip to show you. It's at Kennecott River Lodge again, and it is with the owner of Kennecott River Lodge. His name is Brad, and he plays the harmonica. And when we did our concert at McCarthy, he came up and asked if we could play some tunes together. And this is one of my favorite things about traveling, especially in Alaska, but anywhere. As you all know, being Irish musicians, you can always find somebody to play music with wherever you are. And they may not be, or they probably won't be professional musicians. But that doesn't matter at all because the goal is, of course, just to play tunes, have fun with people. Brad doesn't play Irish music. He plays, I don't even know, other stuff. But
American folk.
Yeah, American folk music. But we were able to sit down and play some tunes. And I asked if he would be so kind as to record a set with us. So this is our final recorded set for the night. Enjoy Brad on harmonica. Okay, we're back because Brad is going to join us for some tunes here. But first he's going to introduce himself. Say a few words.
Howdy, I'm Brad Grossweiler, owner of Kennecott River Lodge here, right in the heart of the beautiful Rango St. Elias National Park. Right behind us is the Kennecott Glacier, and center stage is the ice fall, second largest ice fall in the world, Stairway Ice Fall.
Okay, so we are going to play 2 tunes. The first one is an American tune called John Brown the Emancipator, and the second one is an Irish tune called Father Kelly's, both in key of G, if you want to play along. Okay. Maybe, do you want to do 2 times, 3 times?
Sure, it's up to you.
We'll fill it out. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's hard to keep up with that one.
Woo, thank you for joining us. That was awesome. Amazing.
Yeah. That was super fun to play with Brad.
Yes, it's rare to get to play with people these days in real life. So that was really fun. Actually, that was just reminding me of playing up in Fairbanks on the swing set.
Yeah.
I won't give that. There's a cool thing we might show later. Sorry, that was an aside. But thanks to Brad for letting us visit. I've never stayed at Brad's place, and I hope to at some point in the future.
It's gorgeous, yeah.
It's a gorgeous place. Okay, so we're going to play one last set of tunes to finish off here. We're going late, but I'm going to blame Google for that.
Blame Google.
YouTube, somebody. Thanks for sticking around for those of you who have stuck around. Make sure you're on the mailing list so we can keep you updated for whatever weird thing happens next. That's all you can say about 2020, right?
Yep.
Whatever weird thing happens next. If you have a few bucks to throw into the contribution box, which is above Chris's head, that will help us keep these going. Just to recap, we're doing 5 total CTARS sessions that Chris and I are leading. We are on number 2. And then after we get done with those 5, our plan is to revert back to a normal Tune Supply session where we have leaders for most of the show, so you don't have to listen to me talk so much. Don't forget, Irish Art Center classes start next week. If you want to sign up, do so right away, especially if you want a fiddle class, because those are almost full. And I think that we should play some tunes.
Great.
Okay.
What are we playing?
We are playing a tune that I didn't know the name of until I just looked it up, actually. It's called Green Fields of Rossbeigh, I think is how you pronounce it.
Probably.
And the second tune is Hunter's House. And the reason I selected Hunter's House, that's not a cornucopia tune per se, although here in Alaska right now, it's getting to the end of hunting season, which is an important time of year for Alaskans to fill your freezers, I guess, just as you would if you were doing crops in your backyard. Yep. So Hunter's House, and also I have to look at my list for this. Ginny Worrell in Connecticut asked for some Reevy tunes in the CTARS spreadsheet, and this is a tune by Ed Reevy. It is not one of the ones that she asked for, but I hope that it will do because I didn't actually know the ones she asked for, so I have to learn those.
Okay. Get Pat to play those ones.
Pat probably knows all of.
He knows them.
He knows all the tunes. He knows way more tunes than I do. Let me just make sure we're in tune. The fireplace wouldn't turn off, so we got really hot. So maybe you can give me an A there. Okay, E minor to start with. Let's do 3 times each since this is the last one, and we'll go medium fast. Okay, 2, 3, 4. was great. Yeah, I had to relearn that first one as we were practicing.
Yes.
It's a great one. Like I never play it, and now I'm glad I know the name. Maybe I should teach it.
Yeah, it's a
Irish
nice
Art
tune.
Center. It's a nice one. Okay, so we will we'll say goodnight to you. We hope to see some of you at the chapter 1 of the Concerts for No One on Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern time, 2 p.m. Alaska time.
Not on this channel.
Not
That's
on this
on
channel.
Caitlin's channel. Which, how do we find that?
I'll put it in the comments.
Right?
Yep, it's youtube.com/Caityana, CAITYANNA. I think if you put Caitlin Warbelow there, it will come
It
up
also
too.
goes up, yeah.
Yeah, or just Google me and you'll get there somehow. And what was the other thing? Oh, next time, next Thursday, we do have Isaac Alderson, Marta Cook, and Devin Shepard, which will be really fun. And tried
Gold nuggets.
bingo with a gold nugget as the prize.
Congratulations to Laura
Oh, yes.
for winning the kelp pickles.
Yes, and I just
Yet another source.
I just read it in the email that they're going to have a socially distanced group pickle tasting, I think.
Oh, cool. Very
And
good.
they might send us a little bit of video.
Good.
So that'll be fun.
That's great.
Thanks everyone for bearing with us through whatever that was that happened to the internet.
Yeah. I'm just glad it wasn't us.
Thank you to Chris
Yeah.
for fixing the entire internet. He fixed all of YouTube there. We should all be
don't
grateful.
actually think that is true, but I'm glad that we were able to resume.
Me too. It was so glad to. I know we can't say see you because we're looking at a camera, but hear from you in the chat. It's been a couple of weeks, and we really missed doing this. So we are really looking forward to this next month, where we've got a whole bunch of stuff going on.
Yep.
You want to do the thank yous?
Yeah. Let's see. Thanks, Shay, and thanks, Eugene, for the fantastic sets.
We
And
don't have
that's
as
it.
many thank yous as usual.
That's all.
Mimi, of course, for
Mimi
the poem.
for the poem.
Yeah.
Susanna for the bear
Oh,
video.
The bear video. Yes.
Yeah, that's
yes.
good. Beautiful report.
Yes.
Thank you, Rogan, for your judgeship.
I think she retains the judgeship until a new judge is crowned.
Yeah, okay.
So Rogan, enjoy that next week.
Well, we should probably pass the crown on to Rogan.
Oh
then.
yes, she gets the internet crown. Okay, we're rambling,
Yeah,
so that
so
means
that's
it's
our
time
cue.
to go.
We'll leave you with this logo that Caitlin designed.
Good
Okay,
night.
bye.